ShartimusPrime, reading comics, toys are hella sick,
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Captain Marvel movie Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure Waves Captain Marvel. If you're trying to pick up the set, you can do so at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And I gotta give a big thanks to Xmanny87 for giving me a heads up on picking up this set right here a little bit earlier than usual, even though I've had this sitting around for a month and I'm just reviewing it now. But yeah, check out his YouTube channel, link in the description below. Thanks, brother. Anyway, on the side you get a nice image of Brie Larson right here as Captain Marvel, and then on the back you can see another image right there looking pretty awesome. There's a read-up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. There's the other figures from the wave, and then we get Captain Marvel on this side again. We get the Captain Marvel logo spot varnished on the very top. Not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's Captain Marvel out of the packaging, and I've been actually getting more and more excited for this Captain Marvel movie, as I mentioned in my Hot Toys Captain Marvel reveal video yesterday. This figure is one of the reasons. We're seeing some really cool details right over here. I really like the design of her suit, and we get a decent number of accessories, so let's get a closer look at those, then we'll get a closer look at Captain Marvel. So we do not get a Build-A-Figure piece with this version of Captain Marvel, but we do get two interchangeable heads and two sets of hands. You can see we get the fisted hands right there, then we get these wide open hands, which aside from some paint coming off a little bit on the tips of these fingers, I think they look pretty good. Nice little detailed wrinkles in there, and I like the gold paint, so that's pretty nice. I'm looking at one of the fisted hands, it looks pretty good. Of course, if you wanted to swap with the bomber jacket version, you can use these relaxed hands right here, but I really wish they included some accessories, like these flame accessories that we've seen in the past. That would have been pretty sweet. They don't fit perfectly onto her hands though, so I can understand why they didn't use these. You know, it's a very loose fit, but still, I don't know, I took some pictures of the figure with these effects. I thought it looked pretty cool. Now, just in case you don't know who Captain Marvel is, to briefly go over the bio of Carol Danvers, originally known as Ms. Marvel, she obtained her powers when trying to save Captain Marvel in a battle against Yon-Rogg, and then Captain Marvel's powers were absorbed by Carol, and then she became Ms. Marvel, and then later Captain Marvel dies, and Captain America convinces Carol Danvers to take the mantle of Captain Marvel. So that's how she's Captain Marvel, and we have the different costumes. And you can see, compared to some images of Brie Larson online that I found, I don't know if Hasbro really hit the mark over here. I have some issues with the face sculpt. One thing is that the eyes, or at least the right eye, is a little bit more centered than it should. That looks a little bit off to me. Then there's this weird little extra splotch of glue over her left eye that's a little bit bothersome too. So that frustrates me some, but for the most part, the photoreal tech is outstanding. You know, if you look at it from a 3/4 angle, she doesn't look too bad at all. I like how the mouth looks right here. I like how the flesh tone looks. I even have that little beauty mark right underneath her left eye. But yeah, the eye placement's just a little bit off on mine. The hair looks pretty good, so I do like that. That's pretty neat, you know, nice color variation in the hair. Yeah, but I'm mostly fond of the helmeted version. That looks so sick. I love how she has a little bit of a smirk right there. The paint around the eye sockets looks really good. I like the metallic red and blue. That looks awesome. I love the motion right here with the mohawk. That is great. That makes it very fun for posing. Just a very fun figure to have, having that right there. You'll see pictures later on, but man, that looks great. I like this whole little homage to the comic version with these little shingle pieces on the side above the ear. It reminds me of the comics quite a bit. You can see tiny bits of marbling, but it doesn't really look too bad at all. And throughout on the figure, I just think it looks great. I mean, it looks very shiny. I really dig it a lot. Most of it's been, you know, used twice in this wave with the bomber jacket version, which I already reviewed, but we get some nice looking paint apps throughout on this, man. I love how the gold looks on this figure. It looks fantastic. The shiny blue plastic looks really good. We do get some marbling throughout, but it's not that bothersome on this piece for me, man. It's not too abundant anyway. Nice wrinkles on the back right here and on the arms. That looks really good. Really liking how the forearms look right there. Then looking at this little belt, she doesn't have her sash like how she does in the comics, and yeah, the Brie Larson butt is much to be desired, but that's okay. It's alright. And then looking at the legs, you know, it doesn't make me any less excited for the movie. I am very excited for this. I love sparkly, shiny things, so all the effects so far look amazing, and yeah, I did cut my thumb over here, but yeah, That looks really cool on the boots. I like the treads at the bottom of the feet, and she does have peg holes. So I do like the articulation on this figure. You can move her head up very far, which is great for flying poses. Oh, that's awesome. And you can move the head down very far. You get side-to-side motion. I would be careful with these shoulder pads a little bit. I'm not too worried about them, but you can get the shoulders moving up very far. You can see how they're attached to this part of the bicep. So if you leave it in a position where the arms are going to be splayed outward, you're going to move these shoulder pads away from the shoulders a little bit. So that's going to happen, but you get a full 360 rotation right here. No bicep swivel. You get a single jointed elbow that does move in a little bit more than 90 degrees, but a lot of people were telling me in comments and stuff that she was going to have double jointed elbows, but she clearly does not. You guys were so wrong. Anyway, you get a swivel right over there. Both sets of hands have a swivel and they hinge up and down. You get a diaphragm joint that turns side to side. Good diaphragm pivot. She'll crunch forward that much, back that much. Good looking hip joints that move outward that far. She'll kick forward that much and not back at all. Upper thigh cut. Double jointed knees, not quite heel to butt right over there. Ankles move down, ankles do move up, and you get beautiful ankle pivot. Now to measure out this Captain Marvel figure, you can see to the top of her mohawk, she's at about 6.5 inches tall. And for a Carol Danvers comparison, we have the MCU Captain Marvel compared to the comic version of Captain Marvel, and then we have Ms. Marvel right over here from the 3-pack. I really hope soon Hasbro gives us an original Captain Marvel with this body mold right over here. I want to double it as a dark Ms. Marvel. That would be awesome. And then here's Captain Marvel next to another Kree character. We have the first 10 years Guardians of the Galaxy, Ronan the Accuser. I cannot wait to see Ronan in the Captain Marvel movie. And then I wanted to show off this Captain Marvel figure next to some Infinity War Marvel Legends figures. We have Thanos and we have the Iron Spider. And I just thought it was kind of funny seeing the similarities in the suit designs right over here. And I'm going to call it right now. In Avengers Endgame, we're going to see Captain Marvel whip the crap out of Thanos, right? I mean, aren't we all kind of thinking that? And then here's Captain Marvel next to the other figures from this wave that I've already reviewed. We have the young Nick Fury. We have the bomber jacket Captain Marvel with Goose. And then we have Jan Rog. Now, obviously, you can do some head swaps. So if you want to put the bomber jacket version's head on this version right there, that'll work. Or if you wanted to have her helmeted head, I mean, it doesn't make sense having the bare neck, but you can make that happen. Or if you wanted to put this one with the bomber jacket version, that looks pretty good too. So yeah, you have some options having these two figures. Then here's Captain Marvel next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Hey, remember when we used to date? That was kind of a while ago, but you want to do the thing? You know, remember the thing? Oh, okay. A little different from what I... Ow! So again, I really like this figure. I think it looks really cool. I'm getting more and more excited for the Captain Marvel movie, obviously. So seeing her in flying poses like this makes me happy, and seeing her fly around in the trailers and everything, blasting away, yeah, I just think it's going to be a really cool movie, man. I think it's going to catch us by surprise. And I'm stoked about the figure. I have minor gripes with it, really, if anything at all, you know? It's just that alternate head sculpt that bothers me more than anything else, but still a really good looking piece, and I'm giving it a Sud rating of... I love it! And I want to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comment section below. Hit that like button if you liked the video, and please subscribe as well as hit that notification bell if you have not already. And if you want to see the latest Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And I have some auctions on eBay that are closing today if you want to check them out. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and Stardust. Links to everything in the description below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face, I said my shot, your face, I said my shot,